Manchester United transfer news. Mbeumo and Kolo Muani on the radar. What you need to know. Hey United fans! Exciting times ahead as we dive into the latest transfer buzz around Old Trafford. With the January window heating up, there's plenty to unpack about potential new arrivals who could help turn our season around. Let's break down the big stories that have everyone talking. Is Bryan Mbeumo the answer to United's scoring problems? The biggest news making waves is United's reported interest in Brentford's standout performer Bryan Mbeumo. Word is that the club is ready to put £41.5 million on the table to bring him to Old Trafford this January. That's quite a statement of intent, right? Let's talk about why this move makes sense. Mbeumo has been absolutely on fire this season, finding the back of the net 13 times in just 20 Premier League games. Remember when Brentford lost Ivan Toney? Many wondered how they'd cope, but Mbeumo stepped up in a massive way. It's worth noting that Brentford originally signed him for just £5 million from Troyes back in 2019. Talk about a smart investment. But here's where it gets interesting. We're not the only ones who've noticed Mbeumo's talent. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, and Newcastle are all reportedly keeping tabs on him. The competition is fierce, which might explain why United are pushing to make this happen sooner rather than later. Why do we need Mbeumo? Let's be honest about our current situation. We've managed just 23 goals in 20 games this season. That's fewer than almost everyone except Crystal Palace, Everton, Ipswich, and Southampton. For a club of United's size and ambition, those numbers just don't cut it. Mbeumo could be exactly what we need to add some firepower to our attack. However, there's a catch. Brentford sees Mbeumo as irreplaceable, and they're not jumping at our reported £41.5 million offer. Can you blame them? He's been their main man this season, and finding a replacement mid-season won't be easy. The Kolo Muani opportunity. But wait, there's more. Another interesting option has emerged in the form of PSG's Randall Kolo Muani. This story is particularly intriguing because PSG is apparently willing to let him leave on a loan deal. No purchase obligation attached. That could be a smart way for United to strengthen without committing to a huge transfer fee right away. What's the catch with Kolo Muani? Well, he hasn't quite hit the heights expected at PSG since his big money move. The numbers tell the story. 11 goals in 54 appearances isn't exactly setting the world on fire, especially for a striker who cost PSG around €95 million. But sometimes a change of scenery is all a player needs to rediscover their form. We're not alone in this interest either. Juventus is in talks with PSG, and there's word that Milan and Tottenham are also keeping an eye on the situation. The key here might be PSG's willingness to cover part of his salary. That could make this deal much more attractive for all interested parties. What could this mean for United's attack? Let's think about how either of these players could fit into our team. Mbeumo offers versatility. He can play across the front line and has proven he can handle the pressure of being the main goal scorer. His Premier League experience is a huge plus. No adaptation period needed. Kolo Muani, on the other hand, brings different qualities. He's quick, powerful, and has shown flashes of brilliance in the past. A loan deal could be a low-risk way to add another dimension to our attack. Plus, competition for places often brings out the best in players. What's next? The next few weeks will be crucial. Will United manage to convince Brentford to part with Mbeumo? Can we beat Juventus to the punch for Kolo Muani? These stories will likely develop quickly as we get deeper into the January window. What are your thoughts on these potential transfers? Which player do you think would be a better fit for United? Would you rather we looked at different targets entirely? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to keep checking back for the latest updates on these stories and all things Manchester United. The January window is always full of surprises, and we'll be here to keep you informed every step of the way. Until next time, keep the red flag flying high. Stay tuned for more updates as these stories develop. The January transfer window is just getting started, and you won't want to miss what happens next. Breaking news. Could Harry Kane make a sensational return to England with Manchester United? Get ready for some massive transfer news that's got everyone talking. Word is spreading that our club could be preparing a record-breaking move for none other than Harry Kane. Let's dive into all the details and what this could mean for our future. The big numbers. First, let's talk about the eye-catching figures being reported. Manchester United are said to have £107 million ready to bring Kane to Old Trafford. That would smash our previous transfer record of £89 million, which we paid for Paul Pogba back in 2016. But we're not alone in this chase. Paris Saint-Germain reportedly have the same amount ready to try and lure Kane away from Bayern Munich. How's Kane doing in Germany? Before we get too excited about the possibility of signing him, let's look at how Kane is performing at Bayern Munich. And let me tell you, the numbers are absolutely incredible. In his debut season, he's been nothing short of phenomenal. 44 goals in 45 games in his first season. Already bagged multiple hat-tricks this season. Currently averaging more than a goal per game. Has shown he's still at the peak of his powers at age 31. Remember his last season in England with Tottenham? 32 goals. That's the kind of firepower we could be bringing to Old Trafford. Why would United want Kane? This is pretty straightforward. We need goals and Kane knows how to score them. He hasn't scored less than 20 goals in a season since he was 20 years old. Now at 31, he's showing no signs of slowing down. In fact, he seems to be getting better with age. The Premier League record chase. Here's something exciting to think about. Kane is currently second on the all-time Premier League goal-scoring list, just 47 goals behind Alan Shearer's record. If he returns to England, that record could well be his. Given his current form and consistency, you wouldn't bet against him breaking it. What would Kane bring to United? Let's break down what Kane could add to our team. 1. Proven goal-scoring ability. 2. Leadership experience as England captain. 3. Premier League proven quality. 4. Excellent link-up play. 5. Set-piece expertise. The competition from PSG. We're not the only ones interested in Kane. PSG are reportedly in the hunt too, looking to fill the void left by Kylian Mbappe. This could make things interesting, as both clubs have similar amounts ready to spend on the striker. Would Bayern let him go? This is the big question. Kane has been absolutely brilliant for Bayern, so why would they even consider selling? It would take a massive offer to convince them, which explains the £107 million figure being talked about. But in modern football, we've learned that anything is possible. What about our current strikers? Any move for Kane would naturally raise questions about our current striking options. Competition for places is always good, but it's important to consider how any new signing would fit into the existing squad structure. The Premier League impact. Imagine Kane coming back to the Premier League in a United shirt. He's already proved he can score goals consistently in this league, and now he's showing in Germany that he's better than ever. The prospect of him leading our line is certainly exciting. Looking ahead. While this is still just a rumor at this stage, it's certainly one worth keeping an eye on. Kane's proven quality, his current form, and his potential availability make this a story that could develop quickly. What next? The January transfer window is approaching, and these kinds of stories will only intensify. Keep checking back for the latest updates on this potential megadeal. We'll be following every development closely. Remember, in football, especially during transfer windows, things can move quickly. Keep checking back for the latest news, and let's see if we can welcome Harry Kane to the theater of dreams. Until next time, keep supporting the Red Devils, and let's hope for some exciting news in the coming weeks. Would you like to hear more about any particular aspect of this potential transfer? Drop your questions below, and let's keep the conversation going about what could be one of the biggest moves in United's history.